Excellency from Akwa Ibom State. And now we move on to Anambra State. Her Excellency, Mrs. Ododime Ebelechukwu Obiano, will address us on other issues that are germane. Osodieme, thank you very much. Her Excellency, Mrs. Osodieme, thank you very much for that. Please let's encourage Mommy to the podium, please. Let's do that. And she moves gracefully to that podium.
Thank you very much. My dear sisters beyond boundary, I greet you. All other protocols duly observed. Eka son when you yomi o. Sheda da lewa. Ele eku tọ́jú wa o. Eku fẹ́ o. Ọlọ́run akọ́jẹ́ yìí náà o. I'm here to talk about agriculture as a small-scale business in your home. You don't have to have a shop. But before I do that, because it's like we're talking about agriculture virtually everywhere in the country, because our father, the President of the Federal Republic, made us know that we should diversify. But before I go over it, I have a little song that we used to sing those days that everybody now dropped and decided to take on the office jobs. When I was in elementary school, we used to sing Iwe kiko lai si oko ati ada oyipe o oyipe o iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ á máa jalè o. So this goes to show us that other than office work, we should take agriculture very seriously. That agriculture is the base on which any economy, every economy can stand. So for you to be self-sufficient and become an entrepreneur, you can actually start up agriculture, small-scale agriculture from your backyard. Just make a little space. If you're the type that has interlocking blocks all over your house, go back there now, take them out, and begin to provide for yourself, and possibly, if you do it well, begin to provide for the general public. So you can go into something like fish pond, a fishery. You can have a pond, a little bath that you can put, fingerlings and do the needful. Because of want of time, I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of each of these, farming, agricultural produce. You can also do vegetable as you're doing the fish farming. You can just less than where I stand here, you can plant different vegetables. You can do ugu, efo, shoko, and among others. Atitete, iwedu can make very well. You can as well do tomatoes. Tomatoes is the easiest and the cheapest. When I'm making my stew, that is the tomato sauce, I don't like to see the pips. So those pips, rather than just throw them away, bring them out before you blend your tomatoes. Those seeds, don't throw them away through the sink. Take them to your backyard, that little space that you have made. Pour them there. Of course, you have your topsoil there so they can grow. And that's all you need. Before you know what is happening, you'll be overwhelmed with how much tomatoes that's going to make for you. Same thing goes for pepper. Bring out the seeds, just pour the water there, and you're in business already. Before you know what is happening, especially the tomatoes, you'll be looking for more than one person to take them out there to sell for you. And you begin to make your thousands. And if you intensify efforts, you begin to make your millions. Then we also have this poultry. Poultry is very, is very delicate to handle chicks and chicken. And one false move, you can lose all of them. But that's something you also can do to be self-sufficient and even go to a larger scale. Then I have the snail rearing. That is what is called the healthy culture. It's very, very, very easy, and that's the one I love most because I like snails. It gives you virtually everything you need. You can get your protein, your carbohydrate, your calcium, vitamin A without getting big. You can eat as much as you want, depending on how you make it. If you fry it, then you're in trouble. If you don't need fat, you get all the fat. But if you boil it, season it well, make your tomato and pepper sauce, and mix it with it, it can be a wonderful delicacy. Everybody looks out for it. It is so easy to make it. And your way you can call to make it put some bananas, pineapples, clear out the place. Put bananas, pineapple, pawpaw, then you go to the market. By the time you wake up in the morning, you will see some snails over there. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to get the male and the female ones. Take them to the back of your house, put tires. Use tires that are no longer useless. No longer useful. Don't throw them away. Put them all stacked together, and you put those in there, and put what they eat. Within 21 to 28 days, they will have, when they have eggs, within 21 to 28 days, the eggs will hatch to small snails. And these small snails, before you know what is happening, they become very big snails. And these snails each snail brings out, each egg brings out about 50 to 80 little snails. So you can see what will happen if you have about 10 snails there. And by the time they start getting big, and you know how expensive snails can be now, it's because people don't know how to do it. So it's scarce and it's very expensive. And again, it's very nutritious. If you have diabetes and you just break the snail, get out, wash the snail very well with even alum and vinegar. Break the snail, bring out the water, collect the water in a cup. If you drink it, forget about your high blood pressure. I'm not saying go off medication. I'm not saying that. You must get your doctor's advice before you go off your medication. But it lowers your blood pressure to what it should be. High blood pressure. So it helps it. If you're diabetic, it helps it. So snail is a wonderful thing. It can put lots of money into your purse, and it can also take care of your health. Another thing we do that I've done in Anambra State, I have an NGO, Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, and we have trained so many indigent women in various vocations, which includes what I've just said. And with that vocation, we also told them to form cooperative societies under which they benefit from Anambra State Small Business Agency. You can still do whatever you're doing from home. So when you get this money, 100,000, much more than that, you can now expand on your business. So people will taught bakery, and I gave one gas cooker that has oven. Came back, I did that in 2014. And when the lady came back last year, she told me she has about 5 ovens, that her business is really booming. And she's been able to get a shop. But this is a lady that started from the front of her house. And now she has a shop. And she's an employer of labor. So you can do it. If she's able to do it, and I'm able to start from the scratch and make it, you can do it. We don't have to be reliant on our husbands. Just like one of our excellencies said, ọkọ mi, owó ata, ọkọ mi, my lipstick, ọkọ mi, pátá mi máa ti fàyà. Kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣó ti yé yín? So if you do this, you will be able to help yourselves, your immediate family, your state, and Nigeria in general. Thank you all so much. Adúpẹ́ o, ẹ ṣeun o, Ọlọ́run á wò yín.
Amen. Amen. Thank you very much. People were asking me, is Her Excellency Yoruba? I said, how would I know? The only things I know is that she attended the University of Lagos at a time. She also attended LASU at a time. So she should be bred in Lagos. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'd like to welcome very warmly the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, Her Excellency Chief Mrs. Yetunde Ononoga. That is an attestation to our gender-friendly governor. We have a woman deputy governor. Can we put our hands together for Her Excellency?